It is often my privilege as a 20th century troubadour to visit abroad over the width and the breadth of this grand and glorious, this bountiful, beautiful, I'm so proud to say no longer bicentennial land of ours. It is often my privilege to visit north of the Mason-Dixon line, where I'm proud to say I'm always well received by my Yankee brethren. Well, every now and then some slack-jawed bimbo will come up and say, "Bub, you're from down there, ain't you?" I say, "You're damn right, baby." He say, "Bub, tell me now, have you got anything to do down there for laughs?" We got loads to do for laughs where I come from. I was brought up in the Coochie Valley. Once a year, the whole community would turn out to watch the police department paint the white line down the center of the road. Pretty heavy, it was dirt road. We had a hard freeze in Habersham County one time. My whole end of the valley turned out to watch the volunteer fire department chop the dogs off the fire plugs. But by far, the most exciting event I've ever witnessed as a Southerner in the great Southland was when, as a resident of Coconut Grove, Florida, I had a chance to witness with my very own eyes a phenomenon of modern times, the Honeydipper. Possibly this bears a modicum of explanation. You'll see them glistening in plasticine enfilade. Little truncated obelisks, each with a pyramidal roof, each with a private door, a door unrelieved by even so much as the traditional half-moon motif. A door upon which is emblazoned instead a racy commercial vulgarism such as "Johnny on the spot, the only way to go." And these, ladies and gentlemen, are the portalettes of America, scourge of the rock and roll celebration. Truly a symbol of life and living in the age of enlightenment. Now, most of you are no doubt thinking, just as I did, that when the portalette contractor wins the bid and places the portalette on the construction job site, that his work is done. But no. This is just when his job begins. And this is where the Honeydipper comes into play. Behold the Honeydipper, a monstrous flatbed truck upon which is placed a crane with a 100-foot boom, a crane actuated by an abject drunkard, a man with the cerebral propensity of a lobotomized angleworm. A man who was a retired kamikaze pilot for the Confederate Crop Dusters Association. And when the Honeydipper would plow forth through the streets of our little village, all the good old boys and the good old girls come bounding off the bar stools, load up on that cheap booze, fling it in their beach buggies, run over to the nearest pay telephone, call up their latest pelvic affiliate, and go coursing through the streets of the city in a raffish snake dance in the wake of the Honeydipper, cheering the operator on the newer and greater exploits of aerial daring-do. On this day of days, the Honeydipper pulled up before a 17-story condominium with a portalette glistening grail-like at every station. The crane operator had a prefatory draft of booze, placed the bottle down with solemnity, and expertly wafted the primary portalette down to the bed of the Honeydipper, where it was summarily refreshed and returned to its prior situation. The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, it was a ho-hum-hum-drum affair. The crowd below was becoming restless. They had not been given that for which they hungered, that for which their hearts and souls cried out. Fulfillment, excitement, boogie fever, show business. They were fulfilled at the 10th station. The crane operator, totally drunk, his brain riddled with alcoholic fulminations, reminding him of his days as a great stunt pilot, flung the 10th portalet down in a majestic loop-the-loop. The crowd was up at cheering animals satisfied. He flung the 17th portalet down in the most dazzling array of aerial arabesques ever witnessed in South Florida. Lazy eights, loop-the-loops, barrel house rolls, a hammerhead stall, a perfect one-point landing, and at precisely the moment of impact, the door to the ultimate portalet was seen to come ajar. And a chalk-faced construction worker in a hard hat with a Playboy magazine over his knees fell out in a dead faint. I get tired of people asking me if we got anything to do down home. We go watch the Honeydipper.